Hi everyone, my name is Isi Rabo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm just kidding. This is my first YouTube video, and today's topic is one that is familiar with Nigerians everywhere generally, and it's talking about the need that some Nigerians have to fake an accent, even though like a foreign accent to be specific, even though they don't have it. Like, so let's dive in. Every Nigerian knows what I'm talking about. Like, we've experienced it. That person that has not gone out of the country yet, they are claiming British accent or American accent. It has become so prevalent that it has led to something called an accent bias. And what's an accent bias? An accent bias is basically a situation where people get treated better or worse based on their accent or what they sound like. You get what I mean? Like, if you feel like you don't sound foreign enough or high class enough, like you are uneducated in some way, if you feel like you sound like foreign, high class, sophisticated when you have an accent, like more specifically British or American. Some studies have shown that people get better treatment based on their accent, that it has become that bad. Like, a study conducted in Britain showed that Birmingham accents are considered so negative that it's better to keep silent than to have a Birmingham accent. It is that bad. And one conducted on some 5-year-olds in America showed that the this connotations we have with accent, this meaning, the meaning we give them start at a very young age. That even 5-year-olds in America had the mentality that the Northerners accent means, if you have a Northern accent, it means you are smart, and you have a Southern accent, it means you are nice. Like, it's that bad. Even small children in Nigeria, our own is different. Nigeria, the studies conducted in Nigeria shows that in Nigeria there is no, maybe if you have a Northern accent or a Southern accent, that yours is better. No, what is better in Nigeria is that you should have a foreign accent. It's that bad. You cannot have a Nigerian accent and say you are that, like you are high class. No, if you want to be high class, you have to claim phone. As phone basically means like you have to claim a foreign accent. A blogger named Andy, she said she went to investigate, and some schools would bring their recruitment posts. They will show if you have an accent, a foreign accent, is an advantage to you, or that teachers that have Nigerian accents, they should not apply. Like, it's that bad. Can you imagine? You are putting a recruitment post in Nigeria, in like for Nigerians to come and apply, but you're saying that Nigerians that are coming must not have a Nigerian accent. People will wonder, like, what is the big deal with accent? Here's the thing. In Nigeria, you have to live in Nigeria to get it. In Nigeria, anything foreign is seen as something big. Like, it's a luxury to travel out of the country and go on vacation. Go, basically, if you have to step your foot out of this country or step your feet out of this country and travel elsewhere, it's seen as a luxury. It's not everywhere. Fancy places like America and Britain and the rest are seen as like a privilege. So anything associated with them in general is seen as a luxury. If you have an American accent, it means, oh, you have money, you had the privilege of living abroad or staying abroad for a while. Or if you have a British accent, you stayed in Britain, blah 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 blah. Or European accent, you stayed somewhere. Or French accent, you stayed here, stayed there, wherever. That's their problem. Like, they associate that with wealth and privilege, so it becomes something good, something big. Is a sign of something nice to them, that, oh, this person doesn't sound local, to the extent where the person gets special privilege. Even if you notice in Nigeria, you will notice that if you school abroad, now you don't school within Nigeria, you get better treatment, better opportunities. It puts you ahead. Basically, recruiters will pick you first because it seems like you are better than the rest, like everybody else applying, because you basically you didn't stay in Nigeria. That's how Nigerians think generally. You didn't stay in Nigeria, it means that wow, this person must have more to offer than the person that is local. Even TV presenters, radio personalities, sometimes they are very, very hard to understand because most of them they are forming an accent they don't have. What are you saying? Like, you are you trying to sound like you are from or that you've been to? Because these accents, most of the time, they are fake. They are not real accents, so they tend to sound really, really ridiculous. Because I watched show on TV, I think it was AMBCA. I can't remember which one it was. And then the lady that was presenting the award, she was presenting it to an actress called Bosse. And then the it's a Nigerian name, a Yoruba name to be precise, Bosse. But this lady, she has not stepped her leg out of this country. Like, she's a very known like Nigerian personality, everything. And then she was like, this award goes to Bose, blah blah blah. I can't remember the lady's surname. When did Bosse become Bose? You want to seem sophisticated that bad that you spoil somebody's name on purpose to seem big? Like, is it that bad? But that's the general mentality. They do things on purpose, like calling, like, I'm from Edo now, they will call Ido, things that they know are wrong, yes, but they do it so that, like, they just basically feel like it gives them some sort of superiority. You get, like, it makes them feel as if, yes, I've traveled abroad or I've lived abroad, I'm better than all you people that have not lived abroad. You guys are nothing to me. Like, wow, who are these ones talking to me? How dare you breathe my air? Can you imagine? Sure, yet it's so strange that even when you see somebody, you see people, they feel like they have to fake an accent, especially when they are now speaking to foreigners. And then you meet somebody, the person is talking to you with a natural accent, a French accent or American accent or a British accent, and you yourself, you now come, instead of speaking to the person with your own normal voice and everything and what you sound like, and then you see them, they now start forming, yeah, it's so nice to meet you, yeah, I understand, yeah. And at times you just be like, where did this one come from? You will hear somebody talking in real life, person now picks up a phone, just hear the change. It's me and you that were just talking, nah. Who is this one? It's very, very, very funny. Very, very funny. But the thing is, they don't see it as ridiculous. They see it as something that it's basically it's bringing them clouds. Exactly. They do it for clouds. It's a sign that yes, I'm wealthy enough to go out of this country. And this kind of thing is like, it's not a big deal. Like, can they fake their accent if they want? Can they do this? Can they do that? And the funny thing is, yeah, it is that big of a deal sometimes because it has led to something called accent shaming. And what's accent shaming? Accent shaming is basically where you treat someone badly because of their accent. It doesn't matter what kind of accent it is, Nigerian, any kind of situation where you discriminate against someone basically because of what they sound like. Even me, I've been guilty of this sometimes, where a Yoruba person pronounces Igbo words and then you laugh at the person, knowing fully well this person is Yoruba. You're just speaking a language you just heard newly. There's no way you'll be able to pronounce the words well. It's not possible. Or an Igbo person pronouncing Yoruba words or Edo words, or a Hausa person, especially when a Hausa person speaks English, they'll be like, oh, Hausa people, that's what they sound like. But when Yoruba people will be like, Yoruba people and their H factor, or Igbo people and their R factor, and you'll be like, okay, there's this prevalent one where you always know a Benin person, because a Benin person sounds like they are speaking pidgin even when they are speaking English, and then you use that to mock the person, and something that they cannot control. You know it is something that they cannot control, but no, you want to discriminate against somebody or mock somebody for how their voice sounds like naturally, based on their locality or based on where they are from. Does that really make sense? It's not something sensible, but I don't think people really think about it that deeply. It's fun and games, but sometimes it really hurts a person's feelings. It's not really fun and games to the person sometimes, so But we don't know that. You just feel like, oh, like should we are just having fun, you're just teasing the person. Yeah, but you know it's something they cannot help. Why? Why do you feel the need to do that? And then later you now be like, see this one, she has come again. Miss A or Miss B has come. That's why she's forming accent. Why won't she form accent? You are the one mocking this person for speaking in their natural voice, but yet when the person comes faking an accent, you are equally the person mocking them for faking an accent. Like, pick a lane, please. Pick one side. Either mock them for this or mock them. You cannot mock somebody for two things at a time, because most of the time A leads to B. When you mock me for this, of course, like, if it becomes too much, I will go and change whatever it is you are mocking me for. I cannot go and change it finish and then I will not come. You will not come and mock me for that one again. How does that work? Is that like, you just mock me for this, I went to change it, and I'm still mocking me for changing it again, when it's what you did that led me to change it? Like, a study of accents was the sexiest and least sexiest accent was done. I found out that British, Irish, American, French, and I think Australian were the top five accents in the world. Like, they were the ones that were considered the sexiest accents in the world. And then the least sexiest accents in the world, they were just like 31 countries. The last four were Arabic, Vietnamese, Chinese, and Nigerian. Why? Why? Like, you see something like that, even though it was conducted in like 2018, but still, you see something like that, you want Nigerians not to feel bad about how they sound like and try to copy other people. Does that make sense? And then what people don't seem to understand is your actions have consequences. When you do something, it doesn't exist in a vacuum, doesn't exist in a bubble. What you do will cause a reaction somewhere else. Basically, it's like a ripple. You drop a stone in the water, it ripples outwards. There are consequences to the things you do. It might seem like fun, I'm just doing something funny, but it might not be funny to the person you are doing it to. That is the problem. And then you are like, why would Nigerians fake their accents? And then you just think about it. When you see a study conducted that says your accent is one of the least appealing in the world, nobody's going to go home. Like, no Nigerian or no Vietnamese person, no Chinese person, or no Arabic person is going to go home happy. Oh wow, my voice is considered one of the least appealing in the world. It's not going to work that way. They won't feel good about it. That's just the truth. When you know that yes, this thing makes people mock me, you want to change it about yourself. But voice is not really something that is easy to change. And at the end of the day, you end up sounding very, very ridiculous. Like, sometimes, some people, yes, some people do successfully change it or do successfully fake an accent until like they actually genuinely have the accent. So people travel out and then their accent changes to reflect their environment, blah blah blah. But all of the ones that can travel, they just fake it until they make it. To you, they're like, yeah, I might sound ridiculous, but it's still better than having Nigerian accent. At least to the less exposed or to the less educated, I sound good. I sound like I'm sophisticated. I sound like I'm foreign. So those ones cannot mock me for it. At least instead of everybody mocking me, only a few people are mocking me. That's basically their mentality. And it's really sad because the truth is, as long as we communicate, if I talk, you understand me. And if you talk, I understand you. What I sound like shouldn't really matter that much. As long as, okay, I tell you, hey, my name is Isi Irabo, and you tell me, hey, my name is Jack Smith, or hey, my name is Laura Brown, and I can understand the words you are saying. Really, my voice doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's not that big of a deal. Accent should not be a reason for you to discriminate against somebody. There are already so many problems in the world. Somebody's accent should not be this big deal that you feel like, oh, this is the hill I will die on. If everybody in the world had the same skin color, the same voice, the same hair, the same height, basically, if physically we were identical, people would find a reason to discriminate. In fact, that's when you hear discrimination based on location, or even you'll be like, well, my land has more water than your land, therefore I am better than you. Or, well, my land is whiter than your land, or my land gets more snow than your land, therefore I am better. Trust me, human beings, they will find a way to discriminate against somebody. Like, it's just very, very tiring. That's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Tell me your own thoughts based on what I talked about, whether you think it's good or whether you think it's bad. Bye.